No Will of My Own: How Patriarchy Smothers Female Dignity and Personhood by John Zenz. Forward by Wade Burleson. Though this book addresses very briefly the most obvious abuse of patriarchal authority, such as in Islam and Mormon polygamy, the author's real concern is that which is found within the confines of a more traditional Christian setting. With many examples and testimonies taken from Roman Catholic and Dutch Reformed tradition, he illustrates how women have often found themselves as a second-class citizen in the kingdom of God. Citing the more recent Christian patriarchy movement, homeschooling, and the family integrated church movement, he points to some of the fruit of some problematic teachings that are being manifested in our society. Though the Bible was revealed to a patriarchal society, often what we see is not quite what God had intended. For example, when a woman caught in adultery is brought to Jesus in John's Gospel, one might notice there's no record of the man in this affair. It is often the case, even today, that the guilt of sin tends to weigh heavier on women than men. In the case of Islam, the women are often forced to cover themselves up simply because the men cannot control their own lustful passions. Mr. Zenz points out that this kind of control can manifest under the guise of church rules as well. In some cases, women are viewed as nothing more than breeding stock, therefore there's no need for any education or business outside the family environment. Now this flies in the face of the judge of Israel named Deborah, as well as the prophetess Huldah, who are both biblical figures of leadership and spiritual advice. The industrious woman of Proverbs 31 who, quote, considers a field and buys it, and from her earnings she plants a vineyard, suggests a woman with some business savvy. Zenz cites cases where an overbearing patriarchal father figure has manipulated the women of the family to the point that they have suppressed their own emotions and even their personalities. In some cases, a twisted version of fatherhood might even cross the line with their daughters sexually. When a woman has been abused by a person who claims Christian authority, she is likely to reject any further form of Christianity and turn their backs on anything that resembles the church. The idea promoted among some circles that every person should look to marry and have a quiver full of children is a hard pill to swallow for those who are single or simply cannot have kids, not to mention those in the Bible who were made eunuchs for the gospel's sake. We certainly do not see Apostle Paul fitting the mold. The author cites Vision Forum and numerous other sources and testimonies to strengthen his case. One that might backfire on him, however, is a reference from an audiobook by Marianne Williamson. Williamson is one who has promoted the Course in Miracles, one of the most heretical books on the market, certainly not one to turn to for biblical advice. Overall, however, this book could be a valuable tool for a pastor or counselor who finds himself ministering to a victim of this kind of abuse. It is an easy read and could be helpful for the victim as well.